with 9 drivers still left in the chase, we are officially now halfway through the chase for this Pennzoil Cup, going into the Pennzoil Cup Series Race 21 at Texas. The Pennzoil Polaroid will go to Webster Zygarde, driving the number 12 for Billy Bishop Motorsports. As he takes the green flag, Nick Purcell starting on his outside, and Billy Bishop Motorsports has had Webster Zygarde on the team all season long, and he is currently holding the highest qualifying average of anyone here on this track. And not a surprise, he's actually on the pole a lot this season. But Webster Zygarde right now going down to the turn 3, showing some speed. Currently still one of those 9 drivers in the chase. He has a really legitimate shot at winning it. But first he's going to have to beat the 5 car sitting right behind him. The BP Chevy, that green car definitely is going to be a force to be reckoned with going into the chase. Another strong fact held by the 5 is that he's the only chaser to win in the chase. And not only that, to even back it up even further, he has 2 wins. The only other 2 drivers to win so far this chase have been Jack Newman and Matt Hotchkiss, who won at Eldora and Pocono earlier. Jake Booker, though, is still showing strength going here in Texas. Another driver, as we saw 2 of the chasers so far this season, who are left at least. We got Brian Boone in the 70 car, one of the slow lurkers in the field as well, under the radar. That 70 car has been strong and really has been making appearances at the end of the race, such as last week at North Carolina, but eventually was taken out in a wreck that really looked really bad. But Brian Boone was able to walk away. In fact, everyone was able to walk away from that, except Gary Weaver actually sustained a couple injuries, but they managed to heal before this race, so good thing for that. But up front, we take our eyes off the lead for 1 second. We got Jake Booker just passing the 12 car on the inside. The 12 car is really fast in qualifying in practice, but he looks like he's going to get overpowered by the 5 cars. He's just been dominant all chase long so far. But looking out on the inside, that's Daniel Boyles. Now the 99 car did not actually even race last weekend, as he missed the race his first time since Daytona, where he wasn't even in the series yet. So that's excusable, but sad to see the 99 car not in it, and he was furious with his qualifying run. Just 10/10 of a second off, off of making it in the field. He was 31st. We're looking at Ryan Dunn right now, the 32 car. This is a driver who's made all races so far. Despite winning 3 races this season, he was out in the second round of the chase, and really, if he managed to stay in, it wouldn't have been even better. He's been running towards the back almost consistently now, which is definitely not characteristic like of Ryan Dunn that we saw earlier in the chase. You see right in front of him, Conrad Cooper, in fact, has had better runs than him, and he hasn't even made all the races yet this chase season. But the 32 car just looking for something that can help hold his head up a bit better than it has so far. And another driver is experiencing the same problem, out 19th place in the chase now for that 47 car. As he's out, Michael Jones, also another driver, won California, 2nd race of the season. Thought he was going to be a really good force to be reckoned with coming chase time, but it didn't turn out that way either. Anyways, back out front again, we got a 3-way battle for the lead, and Daniel Boyles is wanting to take the Chevy out, and the BP Chevy is now dropping back to 2nd, and Webster Zygarde back again to 3rd. And looking back from the 99 car, you see Kyle Collins is actually also making his way up to the field. That 83 car, the red and black car, just got taken out of the chase last week, and in controversial terms from the Kyle Singer car, as definitely angry Kyle Collins on the radio after that one. But tough luck, just better luck next time for that 83 car. He'll be back next season. But Kyle Singer, you see in the 11 car, he is still in the chase, despite being in that wreck as well. In fact, he's holding the last chase spot right now on the threads, and that 11 car has channel lock on the hood, one of the couple sponsors that he has in that 11 car, and very similar to the 2 car as well. Those 2 cars have pretty similar paint schemes, most likely the rainbow on the front, but one has flames and one has stripes again. But looking back up front again, you see Brian Boone there. All 3 of those cars, the 11, the 2, the 70, and here the 9, are all chasers as well, still in the chase and eligible for the championship title. Remember, coming down to Daytona, the last race of the year, there are only going to be 4 after the 20 drivers who started it. 16 will be eliminated. And here's actually another car, Rick Witt, who's been really strong this chase season. I expect him to be in the Final 4 come Daytona as well. That Maypee Dodge has been strong so far this year. Looking back up front, Webster Zygarde is hammering the back of the 5 car as the 5 cars really seem to drop off after the green flag. And that 5 car, although is still running up front, and that's basically all he needs to do. Currently the 99 car running in front of him, definitely pulling away. He's not a chaser, so he's currently leading all the chasers in the field to their demise. But Jay Durrell is the last chaser, I believe, that we haven't mentioned, except Addison Steinbach right behind that white car coming into the picture. But these are the last 2 chase drivers. Jay Durrell is not having too good of a race after starting, I believe, 6th, but hasn't been moving up at all. In fact, he's one of the biggest droppers so far this race. You see Addison Steinbach trying to recover from the bad qualifying effort. But one guy who's definitely recovering, this is Ryan Kendall, one of the first timers in this race. I believe he's actually the only first timer, but he didn't run at the Bud Shootout as he wasn't in the series even then. But that 56 car signing a plan with Tanker Motorsports to drive for them, and that 56 finally makes his first shot here at the race, and currently running good right now. He's moved actually up through the field pretty well. I mean, he started, I believe, last 30th just by a nail biter. He managed to get into this race. And that 56 car, though, you see moving up through the field pretty quickly for a rookie. But anyways, the 99 car will take off the pit road after his huge lead and will bring the field, basically everyone down pit road. You see Webster Zygarde, Ryan Boone, Jake Booker are all coming down pit road as follows. Matt Hotchkiss, Kyle Collins, and everyone else you see on your screen. Pretty much the entire field coming down pit road. But there are actually 2 people that stay out on the track. But mainly I think that everything will still be pretty compact after these round of pit stops are done. And we're seeing some contact on pit road, I think, but I'm pretty sure that we're all going to be okay after that one. You see Addison Steinbach and Ryan Kendall, I think, missed the pit road actually, and kind of a rookie mistake there. But both of them will come in and make their stops. After pit road cycles out, we'll have Daniel Boyle still leading, but not as comfortable as he was, although you can still probably call that comfortable. But that second car is actually Brian Boone, and he's coming in a hurry. That Bad Dad Racing Dodge is trying to recover from a bad weekend last week after almost rolling his car after getting in the outside fence and going airborne with the 2 cars. So it was, in fact, the 2 cars still in the chase as well, so both of them trying to have a better run today. But we got some pit road dilemmas. Here's one of them. Matt Hotchkiss is going to have a problem on the 55 car. No word on what it was. That'll keep him in pit road longer than he wants to, and going 2 laps down. And Zach Cars is going to drive right into the back of the 11 car. 2 chasers having a problem on pit road. And I don't know if that's going to slow down the 9 car or not, but we'll just have to see. Brian Boone right now hunting down the leader right now as that 70 car is coming up on the back of the 99. Look at the run he gets off turn 2, and that red, white, and blue Dodge is going to go past the plain white of the 99 car. And that 70 car looking very strong. I can just say that already. I mean, he managed to catch that 99 and just that. I mean, he's up there running for the chase. I see burning desire in his eyes. He's currently not too high up in the points. This is his race to win. But anyways, we're looking back. Here's the 62 car. He's actually also running a good race, such as Ryan Kendall, but Nicholas Samudio also having a good shot as well, and he's inside the top 10. Looking at Derek Petrie, this guy is meeting in a good run after being also one of the drivers who were thinking that we were going to see him in the Final 4, but that has not been the case, as well as Michael Jones and Ryan Dunn. All 3 of those cars have just been disappointed this entire chase season and have not performed up to par. The 53 car has just been all out slow, and there's just no excuse for that. That 53 car has been slow every single weekend. There has not been one week that I've seen him running inside the top 10 consistently. But looking back, here's his teammate. I believe he's running inside the top 15. Kraft got out a little bit later than his teammate Derek Petrie. The other teammate, Aaron Lynch, didn't even make the chase. But that 31 car has been a little bit stronger, but still that entire team of Rascal Racing had a good, strong program in the middle of the first part of the season, but now it just has nothing anymore. Looking at Jack Newman, though, this guy has come alive after his engine failure in New Hampshire right at the beginning of the chase season. He was the first driver to drop out of the chase, which was disappointing to see as he raced so hard to get in the chase from the Bud Shootout. But that 7 car, he managed to come back and win at Eldora, so if he was in the chase, he'd probably be pretty high up right now. So at least we're seeing some good runs out of Jack Newman right now. And looking back in the field, here's a couple more drivers that were actually just glad to be in the race. These two guys are a couple of drivers that struggle every week to get in the races, and that 87 car hasn't been in one in a while. Supporting the USG Sheetrock colors on that 87 car, on that Pontiac, is very nice to see, as that team is a little bit underfunded and had a couple good runs for that 87 team. And speaking of good runs, the 95 car has had some good ones. Speaking of New Hampshire and Pocono are examples. The 70 car will lead pit stops yet again as we go into pit road. The 99 of Daniel Boyles will come in second, not too far behind, as he was pretty good steady pace. To see Jake Booker and Matt Hotchkiss follow though. But you know, we're gonna see coming out of pit road, Daniel Boyles is all alone, and I don't see any Hein O'Hare of the 70 car. And this is why. You see in pit road, the 70 car is making his stops. You have people who are a lot behind coming in down pit road. And the 70 car is going to get nailed from Zach Cars. And Zach Cars is going to just take him to the cleaners and run him right into the back of the 11 car. And that is terminal damage, as there will be an engine malfunction going down the backstretch. The 70 car's day is done. And I cannot say how disappointed this is for Bad Dad Racing in general, as their main driver, who looked like he had this race wrapped up, he was running the quickest lap times, is now taken out of the race. And you know what happened here? Ryan Dunn was pitting way too far out of his box, and Brian Boone had to go all the way around him to try to pass him, and I guess Zach Cars he didn't see Zach Cars there. You see, Zach Cars definitely just got ran into, basically. And he's already been in a pit road accident too, so I can see his frustration. But the 9 car retaliates and there's no excuse for the 70 car pulling out, but the 9 car just completely drives right into the side of the 70 car. Definitely furious with that 70 car, and it's going to cost them both. In fact, the 11 car is actually going to stay in pit road. He's also going to drop out of the race. That is huge. In fact, all 3 cars involved in that are all chasers right now. That's a third of the chase grid right now still left in the field. Looking at Cody Russell here, though, after all the dilemma, he actually has made a pretty good stop. He comes out in the top 10 after running around 15, so good stop for him. However, we still have the bads here. Nick Purcell's in the AOL Dodge is now way back in the field, with Jay Durrell of 4th and 6th place qualifiers are all the way back in the bottom 20s right now. So terrible run for them today, especially Jay Durrell, who's having a chase bid right now. But we're looking at the 62 car. If I asked you, where is the Nicholas Samudio car running right now, would you say second? Yes, Nicholas Samudio played the pit strategy, 2 tires only for that 62 car, and it's not like he was running bad either. He was running 7th inside the top 10, but now he's running 2nd. This 62 car has a good thing coming out from right now. Obviously, you cannot see Daniel Boyles at all in sight, as he's just packed in and went. But the 62 car trying to hold on for a top 2 finish. That would be great for that team, as they've been really down in profits lately. But coming in at charge, we got Jay Barker, Jake Booker, Ryan Kendall, and others behind. Ryan Kendall, I can't believe these rookies up front. Ryan Kendall right now in his first ever race just overtake Jake Booker for 4th in his first start. That's something to look at if you're a team owner. But anyways, looking back up front, I said the 99 car was checking out. We only got around 5 laps to go. That 99 car has just packed his bags and left the field. You see, it is a long distance back to the 62 car, and he's definitely increasing that gap by a lot. Probably because he's on 2 tires, but he's also increasing a lot over the rest of the field too. That 99 car's only chance at stopping him, the only driver who would do that, would be Brian Boone. But obviously a pit road collision, he is out of the race, and that might be hurtful for his points bid. But anyways, final lap flies in the air. The 99 car, we talked about him missing last week. It was his first race he missed ever since Daytona, which was excusable. But that 99 car is going to come back here and run this race. That is hard work, and that is how you do it right there. The 99 car is just going to drive it all the way home around turn 4. You see some chasers coming down pit road, actually out of gas, but checkered flag, Daniel Boyles will take the checkered flag and the win. His first win ever in this series. He came close at California in his rookie run, but will come out here and close it off at Texas. And definitely a Definitely a burnout to remember here. He misses his first race, comes back and wins the next one. And definitely a proud moment for that team in the 99 car, as now Daniel Boyle secures a win. And how good must Nicholas Samudio and Ryan Kendall feel as well? Both those cars second and fourth. Great days all around. But just look at Jake Booker. He's first leading in the points, and he has that good, comfortable lead over everyone else in the chase. He just extends it right there, finishing third. And the next chaser is fifth, Jay Barker. And you see going down Webster Zygarde, good run as well as Rick Witt. Solid top 10 as well for the 68 car. 11th, Michael Kraft, also a decent run for him. Addison Steinbach comes back from pretty much running in the back 20 for a lot of the race. We saw him earlier. Jack Newman, 13th, still consistent runs for the 7 car. Derek Petrie, Jeff Fair also having good runs. Conrad Cooper down is iffy, but Conrad Cooper, that's a good run for him. Ryan Dunn, that's above average for him in this chase. Gary Weaver, obviously with a hurt hand, he managed to come home 18th, and the rest of the field down. But here's 21st through 30th, and just look at this field here. We got Jay Durrell, Zach Cars, Kyle Singer, Brian Boone. All 4 of those guys are chasers. That's almost half the chasers in the field in the bottom 20. You know, I wouldn't feel too safe though if I were Zach Cars or Brian Boone, Kyle Singer. All of them were pretty low in points coming into this race. We're just gonna have to see who loses and who wins. And Brian Boone, Zach Cars are your 2 losers. Brian Boone loses by 5 points, and Kyle Singer manages to stay in. But Jake Booker, Rick Witt, Jay Durrell, Webster Zygarde, Jay Barker, Addison Steinbach, and Kyle Singer now remain as your 7 chasers still left in the chase. And not really big of a surprise to see Zach Cars, as he was last and just didn't have a good day overall at pit road. But too bad there. You see Jake Booker though, huge margin of lead over the rest of the field though. He's gonna definitely be the one who needs to be dethroned, as you see the rest of the top 20 as well. The Pennzoil Cup Series, we'll see you next time at Watkins Glen. Thank you so much for watching. There are your songs. I'll see you next time at the Tricky Road Course.